Welcome to Infinite Unlimited. We're delivering the most inspirational ideas to reach your potential as an infinite, unlimited being. Please help this channel grow by leaving a like and subscribe and hit the bell button, so you won't miss any new videos. Enjoy.
Well, first of all, mothering is as I said, is the hardest job in the world. And I raised three children, and I practiced raising them within many of these principles. And with children, number one thing is they have mirror neurons, and mirror neurons are called empathy neurons. They model behavior. When a lioness is teaching her cubs how to hunt, she's not on a chalkboard and saying, you go here, you go there. She's saying, watch me do this. And when the cubs watch the lioness hunt, as they're looking at their mom hunting, they're priming the very circuits in their brain to hunt. As they watch their mom, they're becoming their mom hunting. And the mother's act is selecting and instructing circuitry in their brain equal to the environment that they're perceiving. So what does that mean to an adult or a human being? You got to be the example of everything you want your children to be. That's the fast path to enlightenment. So you can't tell your kids, get off your technology while you're over there on the computer or on the phone or on the TV, and expect them to find something to do if you're not engaging. It's important to have technology, but it's also important to not have technology, and that's healthy as well. So one of the cool things that's happened in our community is we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids that come to our week-long events from the age of 7 or 6 all the way up to 25 and 26, and sometimes there's 200 on the stage, and the children are interested in understanding that they can create a better life. And so there's certain principles, I think, that really help parents. And of course, another one is never try to reason with your children when they're emotional, because we don't want to be reasoned with when we're emotional. We want to be left alone until we get through the emotion, because no information could actually enter their brain that isn't equal to that emotional state. Now, one of the most important things that I think you can teach a child by demonstration, as well as story, allegory, and conversation, is to teach them how to shorten the refractory period of their emotional responses. So, as I said, you react to or respond to something or some condition in your outer world that changes your emotional state. It could create fear, it could create anger, create jealousy, hostility, envy, whatever. And so then the lingering of that emotion, that chemical, if you allow it to last for days to weeks, it's called a mood. If it lasts for weeks and weeks, 2 months on end, that's called a temperament. Oh, he's an angry temperament. Why are you angry? I'm angry because of this experience. If you keep the same emotion going on for years on end, that's called a personality trait. So personality traits many times are created by the experiences and the emotions that keep us connected to the past. Teaching children how to shorten their emotional reactions is so vitally important, because when we're in that emotional state, there's a gap between the way things appear and the way things really are. We're altered, we're not ourselves. And if we act during that time, if we send an email during that time, if we speak during that time, even if we think during that time, and we follow through, we'll normally say, I should have never said that. I should have never thought that. I never should have sent that email. I should have never done it. So children then are so neuroplastic. It's so important for you to have conversations with them about how hard it is to overcome our emotional states when we're in the emotional state. As an example, with my daughter, my kids, whenever I saw her react to someone or something, whatever I was doing, as long as there was no injury or that no one was in danger, I would stop and I'd turn around and I would observe her just for a minute while she was doing what she was reacting to, and she became aware that I was observing her. After she became aware that I was observing her, then I would deal with it however I had to deal with it. At the end of the day, I would lay down with my children in bed and I would start to talk about myself. God, I had a pretty tough day today. I lost it right around 3 o'clock. I couldn't get back the entire day. I was frustrated and I was impatient. I had too many things going on. I was overwhelmed and I wasn't present with you guys at dinner. I don't know, making something up. If you just pause for a moment, my daughter would say, yeah, I got really angry at Paris today. And I'd say, I know, I saw you. And then she'd say, yeah. And she'd start telling me what happened. And I'd say, okay, now that you know what happened, if it happened again, how would you do it differently? How would you behave differently? How would you evolve your experience? And then we would talk about it. And between her and I, we would come up with another plan, another rehearsal. We would begin to, okay, so Paris comes in, she says, and you do this instead. And so before you go to bed at night, your subconscious mind is wide open to information. And so I would rehearse it with her before she would go to sleep, while everybody was in bed. And I would then tell a story of these kids that lived in a faraway land, and then I would bring in each kid's little allegory about them and what they were working on changing to give them an opportunity that they could evolve their experiences. So we have these laws, we call them the 10 laws of quantum parenting, and they're all based on the biology really of how we can really begin to transform our children. And the fast track, of course, is being the example of everything you want them to be. I think the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is a really good basic tool for people to begin to demystify the process of change, and get some the how-to on how to do that. For some people that want to be more stimulated through video, we just released this new program called The Formula. It's 12 30 to 40 minute little bites and 5 meditations that go along with it that seem to be pretty popular. For those people who are really wanting to get going, I would recommend to get the Progressive Workshop, which is an online course. And Progressive Workshop has a lot of tools and a lot of information. It's a 9-week course. You could do it in a weekend if you want, some people do. And there's lots of meditations, there's lots of techniques. And if that motivates you, or if you find that as something interesting, then of course the magic, the real fun happens at our week-long events that we do around the world. And I think when you get a community of people together that are all doing the same thing, we're always pretty surprised. Our research in the last 2 years has taught me so much about how amazingly powerful we truly are.
I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have learned something new or just want to share your thoughts about this video, please leave a comment. Until next time.